Hey, it's Joe, and I've got a great video for you today. If you're the kind of woman who wants respect, but you're worried that you have to play games or be a bitch to get it, well, you're going to love this video because it's absolutely not what you need to do. And this video actually started because of an email I received from one of our members. And I actually want to read the email to you. And it says, Joe, how can I demand respect without the games? I've been divorced for a little over a year and seeing a guy for about 6 months. Often, he doesn't call when he says he will. And when he does, I ignore the call. I'm 40, the mother of 4 kids, and have no time for the games men play. I know he gets annoyed when I don't answer, but how do I demand the respect I deserve and draw the line in the sand? He knows what my wants and must-haves are, yet we're no further now than we were 6 months ago. Thanks, Denise. Well, Denise, I want to thank you for writing in. And for those of you watching, send in your questions. It might turn out to a video which will help other members as well. So what I found is that there are 3 things which need to happen. Because, see, ladies, and I don't mean disrespect, think of this as a loving kick in the ass. You allow men to get away with this shit, okay? And so let's be clear, let's be honest. There's no judgment, but there are things that you can do which will help you so that you don't have to play games, you don't have to be a bitch. You can simply be the awesome woman you are and show a guy that, look, you know what? I deserve respect. And if you can't give it, then you got to go because I'm going to find the guy who will. So let's start with step number 1. And step number 1 is getting clear. It's what I call starting with the end in mind. So Denise and those who may be in the same position, I want you to ask yourself this question. What is it you want? Do you just want a guy in your life? Because this guy is a guy and he's showing up. But is he giving you what you want? So the more clear you are, the easier this whole thing is going to be for you. So I always say start with the end in mind. So when I was dating, and back when I was dating, there was this book out which was called The Rules, which was all about playing games. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, it's like, if you go out with somebody, don't call for 2 days because you seem too interested, you seem needy, you seem desperate. You know what? I'm just like, that's bullshit. Okay, if I can't be me, if I'm interested in you, and I simply ask you out or I call you the day after and say, hey, let's go out in three days, what's wrong with that? Because that's what I wanted to do. And so I believe that, you don't set your pretenses on what other people believe. You do what feels right and what feels authentic and genuine to you. And if the other person can't handle it, they're simply the wrong person for you. So step number 1 is you got to get clear. Start with the end in mind to know what is it that you're going for. Do you just want a guy? Do you just want a relationship? Or do you want an awesome relationship? And from day 1, well, not from day 1, after the fiasco with my broken engagement, I decided that, it was a great relationship or no relationship. That's all I wanted. So getting clear is going to solve half your problems. And once you do that, you move to the second step, which is drawing your lines in the sand. It's deciding what you will and will not tolerate. You see, Denise and everybody else out there, you can say you want a guy to respect you, but if you allow this guy to not call and not show up for months, then you know what? He's going to do that. Because here's the thing about us men. You allow us to get away with what we'll get away with. Okay, so you train us on how to treat you. You train us on how to respect you. I've been out with women, way back in my past who allowed me to just show up whenever. And I can tell you this, if we're just showing up whenever, okay, it's because it's not that important to us. Okay, when we're interested in someone, we show you by our words, by our actions consistently. And so if we're just calling when it's convenient, it's kind of because, you know what? It's not that big a deal to us. There's other things that are important, and when we have the time and maybe we're bored, there's nothing else on the table, then we'll check in. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'd rather give you the truth. There's so many people painting a bunch of BS out there, and it's simply not working for you. So once you know the truth, then you get to decide what you want to do with it. So after you draw your line in the sand and you get clear on what you will and will not tolerate, this is the most important step. The third step is the most important. It's where I see almost everyone going wrong. And the third step, you ready? Is making sure that your actions back up your word. See, everybody talks a good game. I deserve respect. But you know what? If you're allowing a guy to call when he wants to show up when he wants to just show up when he's horny, for that booty call, or you're horny, and you show him that, he can get away with it, then you know what? He's going to continue to do it. So the third one is once you get clear and you draw those lines in the sand, that your actions back up your words. Now, what I found is that there are three major mistakes that women are making. Okay? And the first one is they simply allow men to get away with this stuff. Okay? As I said earlier, we're going to get away with what you allow us to get away with. And so if you show us from the beginning that, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate this, then we're either going to step up and go, oh, this chick means business, or we're going to realize that, you know what, this isn't the kind of woman I'm looking for. She's too serious, and I'm not looking for that. And then they'll quickly disappear. So it's really important that you understand that you allow men to get away with this stuff. You allow men to disrespect you. And the second one, and I'm going to be a little frank here, I hope you're ready for this, is you simply buy the shit that guys are shoveling. I mean, guys know how to shovel you shit, and they know how to tell you what you want to hear, and they know what to say, and you fall for it. And so this is where the guy's actions have to back up his words. Now listen, I'm all for everybody making a mistake in life. You know, if a guy says he's going to call in the beginning and he doesn't, you know what, maybe something happens, but that's where you step up and say, look, I'm going to allow you, one. I'll give you one pass, but I won't tolerate this from this point on. And a guy will see, oop, this chick means business, or realize, yeah, that's right, you're just like every other woman. And then you show him that you're not. Because see, that's what the guys who are looking for relationships, they want to see that you're not like every other woman. You're not desperate. You're not needy. You're not just looking for any man. You're looking for the right guy. And so it's really, really important that you understand this. And the third mistake that I see women making is that you make excuses, you rationalize, and you justify as to why it's okay. I find it amazing that these guys who can text and call all the time in the beginning, all of a sudden get busy, or their work is too important, or they just don't have the time. Let's face it, in today's day and age, with modern technology, you can call someone, you can text someone if you're on the frickin' moon, okay? So if a guy's not calling or not texting, and he was in the beginning, here's the truth. Are you ready for this? Lean in a little close. It's because it's not that important to him. See, in the beginning, it's all fun and it's all games, it's all excitement, okay? And so he wants to do it. And then for whatever reason, he stops doing it. It's not that important to him. So you can buy into his BS, you can make excuses for him, you can justify, you can rationalize, but the reality is that if you do, you're showing him that it's okay not to respect you. You're showing him it's okay not to treat you the way you say you want to be treated. So I've got a little question for you. Okay, I want you to, take a little time, some mirror time as we call it, and simply ask yourself, why are you not getting the results that you deserve? I want you to go back and listen and watch this video again and simply see what pops up for you. Are you making excuses? Are you not clear? Are you just trying to get any guy? Whatever it is for you. Again, there's no judgment because this is how we learn. This is how we make things better. So I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love for you to share what you've learned, not only for yourself, because you're going to help other members in our community as well. As always, it's an honor and privilege to be with you. We'll see you next time. God bless.